Hello and good evening, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve here. It is a Wednesday night. Hope everyone's week is going good. It is hump day. So, anyways, tonight we got a special episode. We're going to be doing some Michters. I've got the sour mash out here, along with the US 1 bourbon, the American whiskey, and then we're going to do a little uncorking of this bad boy here, the Michter's Bourbon 10-year-old. So excited about that. I think we got all of our glasses here. I've already mixed these up. So we're going to do a blind tasting on these four. Obviously I've had these three before. We're going to do a live uncorking of the Michter's 10-year, and don't worry about these are no order. These are all blind. And then I'll mix them up again after we do the fresh crack here. But so you got your Michter sour mash there. If you can focus in on that bottle there. And this is 86 proof. We are proud to offer you our small batch sour mash whiskey in the Michter's tradition, hailing from one of America's first distilleries. This whiskey is made according to our classic sour mash method, with small amounts of previously fermented mash used as a starter for the new mash. It is further mellowed by our signature filtration. Of course, if you're not familiar with Michter's, it's still a fairly, what I would consider, a small distillery out of Louisville, Kentucky. But I've tried to go by there a couple times. I think they're still closed during COVID or whatever. But moving on, next we have the Michter's small batch Kentucky bourbon here. This is coming in at 91.4 proof. Let's see, description on the back here. We're proud to offer you our small batch bourbon in the Michter's tradition, hailing from one of America's first whiskey distilleries. This bourbon is made from highest quality American corn and matured to the peak of perfection in hand-selected charred white oak barrels. It is then further mellowed by our signature filtration. So this is really, see how these rank up. And then last but not least, or not last, but the third one in the US 1 series is our American whiskey. This is 83.4 proof. I remember I really like this, even though it's a low proof from when I've done that before. Unblended American whiskey. We're proud to offer you our unblended small batch American whiskey. Tradition, blah, blah, blah. This whiskey is made from highest quality American grains and matured to the peak of perfection in bourbon-soaked white oak barrels. It is then further mellowed by our signature filtration. So, some fairly generic descriptions there, but... And then, take another look at the prize I got from a few months ago. And this is Michter's single barrel 10-year-old bourbon. 94.4 proof. These are all relatively low proof, but this is a single barrel. We're proud to offer you our rare 10-year-old single barrel bourbon in the Michter's tradition, hailing from one of America's first distilleries. This bourbon is made from the highest quality American corn and aged for 10 years in a hand-selected charred white oak barrel until it meets our exceptional quality standards. It's then further mellowed by our signature filtration. All right. So, as you know, here on Bourbon Quest, I've got our regular infinity bottle, which is fairly full, and because we've been doing so much lately, we have the overflow infinity decanter until we can start drinking some of this down. Come on, people. All right, so let's do a fresh uncorking of this Michter's 10-year. Whew, I'm excited about this. So these are always fun when we're doing them live with these wax tops and trying to get into these things. You don't make all these that easy. Alright. I brought a tool out in case I needed it. What did I do with that thing? I know I had it up here. I stuck it in my pocket. Nope. There we go. Bear with me there, Bourbon Quest. So like I said, it's hump day. We're halfway through the week. It's already, can you believe it? It is September the 22nd. We're already near the end of September. I hope your Bourbon Quest hunting is going good. I mean, I can't complain. I mean, I did get a lot of bottles when I went up first to Kentucky, up around the Louisville and back down through, but it's been slim pickings back here in Tennessee. I think we tend to get things a little bit later, but I'm out there hunting nonetheless. So, all right, fresh cork pop. Ooh, that was a nice one. That's sweet. All right, let's go in for our infinity pour as we do here on Bourbon Quest. Nice healthy 2-ounce pour there. Gonna dump that into the overflow decanter. Alright. So we got that. And now let's pour into the glass. And then let's mix these up some more. I don't know where all these three are going. We're gonna do these blind. But football season's off to a great start. Been some exciting games. Hopefully the bourbon hunting starts to pick up a little bit more, at least here where I'm at. I've not had a whole lot of luck with things, but love to hear in your comments what's the 1 or 2 bottles that you're really searching for. I'm not going to mention mine, but at least not right now. But I am interested to know what you're hunting for. I know there's Little Book should be hitting if not already. Jack 10-year-old. What else is out there? Of course, still on the outlook for an Old Forester single barrel rye, and some others are out there. But all right. Alright, we got these all mixed up here now, so let's start our tasting. A little water to get us started. And then, alright, the first one I have here, let's go in. Sweet cherry, oak, caramel, vanilla. Very sweet on the nose. I mean, none of these are high proof, so I'm not getting a lot of ethanol or whatever. This one seems to have a little age on it, but a little fruit. What fruit is that? Some cherry, pear. All right, let me go in for a taste on this thing. Somewhat bitter. Does have that caramel and cherry, but I mean it's got nice legs on it, but a little bitterness there in my opinion. Try that again. The nose is better than the palate on the initial sip. The nose is good, and the legs are great. Good, I mean, good color. I'm getting that oakiness and caramel and char. All right, we'll go back in for another taste. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, like a little bit of just bitterness and sour apple. That's not coming off good. It's disappointing, to say the least, because the nose is good, but just not feeling it on the palate on that one. All right, let's see if this gets better. Cherry, apple, caramel, little light chocolate. I don't think the nose is really better on this one than the first one, but let's hope it's better on the palate. Just, you know, sour apple, cherry, vanilla. Smelling some of that oak as well. A little bit of a tobacco note. Yeah, picking up a little bit more of that tobacco. Alright. Alright, let's go for a taste. Sweet caramel apple. Still a little bitterness. Man, I don't know what's going on. I remember when I did these three before I started filming a blind test. I don't want to spill the beans too much, but I mean, 2 of the 3 were excellent, in my opinion, and the third one, man, not so much. But I'm not impressed with these first 2 at all. Yeah, more of that sourness and apple. The nose is worse on this than the first one. I think it might be a little bit better on the palate, but not a lot. Alright. A little bit more sweetness and cherry and apple. It's still hanging on to some of that bitterness. And I'll rank it ahead of the first one, but not by much. Have anything else besides water around close by? That's alright. Water's better for you. Stay hydrated, my friends. It's a long month. Alright. Let's hope the second half is better than the first half, because I'm disappointed in both of those, to be honest. Man. That's much better. Yeah, sweet, cherry, caramel, vanilla, apple, a little bit of that tobacco and oak. Actually, I think that's got the best nose of the 3. I mean, which ain't saying much right now, but alright. I'm going in for the taste. Much better. That's sweet cherry, caramel, apple, a little bit of blackberry. Yeah, blackberry. A little bit of tobacco note and oak. That's quite tasty. The nose is good. I mean, it's much better than those first 2. Yeah, oh, a little butterscotch. Yeah, caramel. That's nice. I like that one a lot. Good legs on it. Nice color. Alright, that's definitely the leader of the pack so far. Alright. A little more water. I have to get some more water, bro. Alright, last one. Wow, that's good too. Butterscotch, caramel, vanilla, oak. More. I mean, I'm getting a lot of. I mean, I think I've gotten a tobacco note in at least 3 of the 4, maybe all 4. A little spice, a little cooking spice on that. Nutmeg. I might have the best nose even of that one. Let me smell this side by side. Yeah, this one's sweeter. More aroma. A little bit. Smells like a little bit more proof on this. I mean, they're not all very far from it. But all right. Enough about that. This is probably the best nose of the 4. Let's go for the taste. That's delicious. Second half is much better than the first half, for sure. I mean, that's Yeah, butterscotch, a little pecan, nutmeg, bacon spice. All right, I'm gonna go back in for another taste. That's delicious. Just butterscotch and caramel goodness. All right, those are very good. So, whew, those are good. All right, I'm gonna go back through and taste these back through one more time. I'm not gonna take a pause tonight. I'm running on a short fuse and got a early morning. Kind of dreading those last two though, because these right here are good. That's freaking delicious. So it obviously is right now. 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. All right. So go back to this one. Yeah, just a little bit sweeter on the nose than that one, but more of that caramel. But a little bit more butterscotch on this one than the other one. I mean, these are, I know I'm pointing to where the glasses are lined up. They're not related to what bottles they are. All right, a little water before I go in. Yeah, still good. Butterscotch, caramel, I know, all the same stuff. But, alright, let's go for these other two that I was not pleased with on the front end. See if they change any going back down. I mean, compared to those two, at least on the nose. Alright. A little better, more fruitiness and caramel. It seems to have opened up a little bit, not as bitter as it was on the first flight. Still not as good as those other two. All right, last one, and then we'll go in for the results. All right. But hey, before I do the last one, if you haven't done so, if you're watching this, if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm at like 85 or thereabouts, trying to get to that 100 mark. Is my first goal. Would love to do that by the end of this weekend, and so we're coming close on that. Smash that like button, and Jackson, ring that bell. Get your notifications for when a new video comes out. And all that good stuff. There's going to be a lot of exciting stuff happening over the next month or two, so make sure you click that notifications, ring that bell, so that you don't miss out on some great content that I have planned coming your way. I won't say any more than that, but I think you'll be pleased. And you know, there's something you want to see or whatever, or suggestions that you have, please put those in the comments. I assure you I will try and read them. I may not have time to respond, but I value that information and want to give you, what you want to see. Anyways, thank you, Bourbon Quest. You've been awesome so far. I mean, we're like a month old. I will say, the nose on this first one is not bad. I mean, it has a good nose. Sweet, I mean, a lot of caramel and sweet, like vanilla frosting. Alright, but I don't want to prejudge. I just remember what it was on the last one. I mean, it's better. It still has that bitterness and sour apple. Like, I don't think these have changed for me at all. So, yeah, I'm going to rank them first, second, third, fourth. All right, the reveal. All right. All right. And fourth. Okay. All right. In last place. Ooh, wow, that's really surprising. That actually kind of disappointing. Because I remember I really liked that one when I did these before I was feeling blind. But according to this, the last place is the small batch bourbon. Well, that's disappointing to say the least. Let me try that again. Wow, the nose is good. It's better. It just still has some of that bitterness. I don't know what it is, because I remember the first time I had this, I mean, I won't say it was exceptional, but I mean, I thought it was a good bourbon, and this time around, you know, maybe it's something I ate or whatever, but it's disappointing that finished last in this blind flight. Oh well, that's why we do this, you know. All right. All right, this is all messed up. Are you freaking kidding me? As much as I paid for that bottle? Third is the 10-year. What the F? I mean, the nose? I don't know what's going on. It actually tastes pretty good. I mean, it's got that cherry note. Maybe it's a little heavy on that oakiness, and yeah, it's bringing that bitterness from that oak. You know, that I guess that just goes to show you, age is not everything. You know, I'm highly disappointed that's where it is, but yeah, I'm not that big of a fan on that. All right, I mean, it's almost done. Might as well try it. Granted, I just opened this up, so maybe it needs a little more time to air out or whatever, but I guarantee you, given another opportunity, especially at what I paid for that bottle, which is, I mean, maybe a little bit of, maybe 10-20% above retail, because I don't really go much more than that. Disappointing. That'd been on my hunt list for over a year when I acquired it, and was happy to acquire it. Was excited about opening it and sharing it with you tonight, but it doesn't live up to the hype. It just goes to show you, Bourbon Questers, like, there's a lot of other good stuff out there. All right, let's see what number 2 and number 1 are. All right, I know this thing's messed up now. Second is the American, which I know is a lie. I mean, I like this one a lot. Yeah, I mean, that's really good. I've always liked the American. What I'm surprised is, yeah, I can't believe the sour mash on my blind came in first. Because I will tell you, I mean, obviously, the last time I did this, I did not have this 10-year-old. And I did these 3 bottles blind before I was filming. And I ranked them American first, which it came in second today. So that's a solid bottle. I'll keep that, I don't care. And then second was the U.S. bourbon, and last, when I did on just those 3, was the sour mash. And now the sour mash is first, and the bourbon's last, and the 10-year-old's third, like, maybe I worked too much this week, I don't know. Hey, but I shouldn't say that because, well, I mean, I didn't have any preconceived notions or method when I did those 3 blind. And of course, I obviously did them blind again tonight. I had some I really had no expectations of these, of which would be better than the other. And like I said, the Sour Mash was last when I first did it, and now it's first. The Americans, you know, consistent as I finished it first and now second. You know, the Bourbons, well, only disappointed because it came in last. But, you know, the real disappointment obviously is based upon what I paid for these and the availability and rarity of these. I mean, the biggest, I guess, disappointment of this is this. And I know a lot of people love this bottle. And, you know, we'll go back and visit it again or whatever. Look, I mean, since it was a first crack today, maybe that had something to do with it. But oh, to say the least, this one has me beduffled. Very confused by the outcome of this, but that's why you do them blind, you know. It's just, I think part of it is that I did them blind before I was filming, and doing them blind again with adding a 4th bottle, it just, yeah, completely changed. So, but hey, good job, Sour Mash. You, I guess, redeemed yourself finishing first when I pushed you last the last time. So obviously I don't know what I'm doing on these. Michter's has me all confused. Alright. You know what I'm gonna do? I like the American. I mean, there's no doubt that's staying with me. I'm a big fan of that one. Regardless, I mean, it finished second, finished the first last time. The 2 I'm really confused about is this Sour Mash and the Michter's single barrel 10-year. So I just want to compare those 2 first to last. Alright, I'm out of water. Alright, in tonight's blind, the first was the Sour Mash. I was really confused. The nose is, I'm going to have to go back and look at what I said the first time. The nose is actually, I mean, it does have that sourness and whatever. The nose is not exceptional on that. I mean, it's got some uniqueness to it with some sour apple, butterscotch, but I mean, that's just butterscotch, vanilla, caramel. It tastes much better tonight than when I remember it the first time. Alright, let's compare it to the 3rd place. So in tonight's blind, it was Sour Mash first, American second. So I was wrong when I said first, comparing first to last. I'm comparing first to 3rd. So maybe I need to try the U.S. Bourbon one more time. Let's see. Whew. Tastes, I mean, the nose is much better. Yeah, it just has a lot of oakiness and bitterness. Man, I hope that opens up as we get past, I mean, now that we're down below the shoulder. Shoulder up is not good. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, May not buy that again as much as I hunted it and desired it